So he is one of the guys that I worked really close with, Alex Ramosi, and he basically asked me like, he was like, Victor, what do you spend your time on right now? And I was like, yeah, I spend my first 4 hours on advertising, just trying to make it sound nice, and last 4 hours on service delivery. And he was like, okay, how many posts have you made? And I was like, shit, I've made like 2 posts because I focused a lot on sales, but he was just so quick I couldn't even get it out. And he was like, man, you say you spend 4 hours on advertising, but you've made 1 post or 2 posts. Like, fucking focus. He was like, you need to just fucking focus. And he was like, you're so young, man. You need to work hard on the right things. He was like, I'm older than you and I'm working harder than you. And that was like a big reality check for me. I was like, fuck, maybe I'm not spending my time the right way. And when I got back home and started the time audit, now I actually spend the first 4 hours on advertising. Like yesterday, I connected with 200 ICPs on LinkedIn. I reached out to 12 of them and had conversations, did follow-ups, and I made a post and posted it on LinkedIn. That was my first 4 hours. And today I did the exact same thing. I reached out to my ICPs, like reached out to new people, follow up with people from yesterday, and had conversations, and I'm going to do the same thing tomorrow. So actually spending your time on the right things, that's so important.
How did you arrive at that number? I'm just curious, like, did you reverse engineer to figure out what it was?
I reversed engineer it. Yeah, I reversed engineer based on the benchmarks and based on my response rates, based on my close rate and everything. If I spend 5 days a week, I need to reach out to 12 people per day if I want to get 2 sales in 30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, and that is in that lead channel, which obviously we're doing at the time recording. The hard part is being consistent, especially if you get a client or something happens, blah, blah, blah. Let's stick it out 30 days. You're going to see what's going to happen, man. It's going to be undeniable.
Yeah. No, it's super, like, just actually doing the things that drives revenue, gets pipeline. That is, you need to do those things. I mean, I didn't feel like doing outreach today. It was the absolute last thing I wanted to do, but I did it anyways.
I know, shout out for you for saying that too. But I think that's where, if you're around, and that maybe, I know this is about acquisition, not trying to make it too much about the community, but being around the other people at acquisition, all these people who are making all these money, it sounded like just being in the same room as them, kind of, when Hormozi's like, this is what hard feels like, it kind of reshaped your expectations. You're like, right, so yeah, that's what it takes. And that's when you're in around other people who are successful, that's, what obviously gets you through those moments, because you just, your perception just readjusts.
Yeah.
It's way too easy to just flip on Netflix or just take the afternoon off otherwise. Yeah. But when you know that the people that you're with, subconsciously, either they're out there doing what's required or they're just there pushing you on because you know that they're hungry, for whatever reason that is, that's enough fuel to your fire that you're just like, you know what? No, I'm going to keep doing this.
And the other one is the competition side of it. Like, and this might be slightly controversial. This is how I was brought up. My father brought me up this way. But if I know, like, I'm in community, for example, or you're going to maybe meet someone at the acquisition headquarters again 2 years from now, I'm just not the kind of person who can show up knowing that I've been defeated by that person. And that is something that now I'm not as insecure as I used to be. I actually manipulate myself to use it because, hey, if I see that Victor, 21 years old, I'm logging into Slack at 10 a.m. and I'm like, oh, I've done some things. I need to get the reach outs done today. We need to book our targets. And a message is there sitting in Slack and it's like, book 2 calls today, guys. I'm just like, fuck this.
Yeah. Victor posts, I've reached out to 200 of my ICP. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. And it puts a rocket up your ass. But that is, for me, that's healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's true.
I think it's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just being around the right people.